Yo guys, Beast, back to more basic content. Another doesn't deserve your kaku. This time it's over a dispatch summon, and one of the discords I chill in, one of the guys has been like, you gotta tell them the way of the D, and that's basically summon for dispatch units. And I'm not gonna tell you to summon for these, but here's what I'm gonna say. So this dispatch banner basically requires 60 kaku, and you are guaranteed one of these really good dispatch units. And if you do not have enough dispatch units, the only thing in the game right now is territory wars. So if you don't have enough really good dispatch units, you're gonna struggle on getting outbreaks. Outbreaks are the little events you can do. So the little bit of fun that will exist in this game goes out the window if you don't have enough dispatches, because you'll just keep getting fails back. And anyway, let's get on to the actual characters. 60 kaku for one guaranteed dispatch unit at least is not bad. That's basically like one multi-year that you're going to throw out on a Fez banner, get shafted, and then 10 extra kaku. Sometimes you get the first 2 multis, you get shafted on a Fez banner. Sometimes it's all of the 3 multis, sometimes all of the 4. So 60 kaku for a guaranteed good dispatch unit really isn't that bad at all. So first of all, they both have positions they get if you get them 100%ed, though that is a little bit of kaku if you ask me to get a unit 100% when there are free-to-play dispatch units that also have these little position upgrade, well not position, formation upgrades. So 1.25 times the attack and plus 1-2 movement speed rate. Not bad. That is on Yuriko, Kosaka, and then on Toka has Ukaku upgrade too. So 1.25 times the attack and plus 1 to movement speed rates. Also realize that says all positions and then also Ukaku only, and little, it's interesting. I don't really understand that at all. Anyway, they're not bad formations by any means, but I have a better formation that was free, and yeah. So on to the little abilities that they get. Let's go into details now. We do actually have to read each detail for Yuriko, Kosaka, and of course Toka. Anyway, so first of all, conflict status. Let's go see that. So here we go. I mentioned formation already. There's a plus 1000 HP to the unit, defense increase, and then I do believe just a couple increases the attack speed by 1 by kaku only, which is fine, but it's cool. It increases movement speed. Definitely not a bad thing to have during conflict. Anyway, almost 7k HP. 390 attack and 266 defense. Really low defense. Attack's okay. And linkage-wise, increases dispatch success rate by 10%. Definitely not someone I'm adding as a friend. I don't find any use in that. I'd rather get either double territory points, or some people like, I think it's like rare drops increase. They really like that one as well. But the good thing is, at 100%, this unit does earn increases territory points earned by 2 times. Very nice. And then I do believe it's Dispatch and Rescue info drop rate increased. This one is a time decrease by -10, so it shortens dispatch times by 10. Another increases dispatch rescue success rates, which once again doesn't really matter because you're gonna get 100% once you have enough dispatch units and you're in the end game. So anyway, increases territory points earned by 1.5. So not a bad dispatch unit overall, but nothing crazy. I have free-to-play dispatches to do what these do. I'm just saying, if you really need dispatch units, this isn't the worst banner to summon on. Like, if you're a new player and you don't have 100 SSR dispatches, or even just dispatches in general, definitely something I'd debate on summoning for if you already have the rest of your team set up. But anyway, conflict status, let's get into that. Same position, I'm not reading it again. HP increase, attack increase, and then I do believe this increased range rate by +1 for 2 times. So that sounds more useful, though it is also typing specifically. That does seem more useful because that means the farther away you can be from an enemy and still do damage to it. Though, if you really care about conflict, more power to you, but a lot of you don't. So, increases territory points earned by 1.6. Shortens dispatch time by 5, and then another by 10, so 15 lowered so far. The last one's a 10, so 25 minutes is cut off your dispatch time if you have this unit 303 on upgrades. And then of course there's an increased territory points earned by 1.4 times. Not a bad unit in general, but yeah. Oh, also dispatch intel plus 20%. That's an okay link, but at the same time, I'm not going to be using you. I'm going to be using a 2 times territory points, which is a Juzo right now, which seems to be what I just use every single time I dispatch. So yeah, if you do not have enough dispatches for dispatch, like you need to have at least 100 SSR dispatches. That's just kind of the thing to have. Right now I have 120, so on my global version at least, on my Rebirth account, I will not be summoning on this banner. However, you will probably be getting some summons on my JP account, and I haven't decided if I'm going to go 1 round into it or 2, because I do really need dispatch units on there. I do already have a decent team on there. It's nothing crazy, but it gets what the job needs to be done, and I guess that's all I can say about it. But yeah, not a terrible banner. It's definitely better than the Juzo B-Day summon or the Akira B-Day summon, because at least you're gonna probably use these dispatch units in some way, which is really interesting because I'd never recommend the dispatch summon normally. But at this point, when they're just releasing these terrible B-Day units, and I suppose if you haven't pulled Yuri yet, or I think on JP, I don't think JP has Yuri, I think it's Takizawa and someone else. I think Toka still. If you haven't pulled one of those, they'd probably be still more worth it than a dispatch summon. Unless you're a fresh player, like I said, and you really need dispatch units. I'd honestly go 1 or 2 rounds in on a dispatch summon if you're a fresh player, and then just save for the next really good unit to release, because we don't have one yet. But Global has quite a bit of options before you go for that dispatch. So on Global, if you don't have Toru yet, there's something you could sink 300 kaku into. If you don't have the Yuri, there's 150 to 250 kaku you can sink into it. And then there's also, I'm not even going to recommend them, the Juzo summon and the Akira summon, both you just need to skip, never summon on them. But the dispatch summon is not a bad choice for a new player, because it's new dispatch units and you're guaranteed at least 1 new SSR dispatch unit and 60 kaku. And like I said earlier, a Fez multi for the I think the first one's technically 30, but let's say a special, an exclusive banner. Let's go over here. The first multi is 50 kaku. You could get completely and utterly shafted. You could get shafted on the second multi. And by the time you spend 100 kaku on that dispatch banner, you've already went 1 round in, guaranteed yourself a dispatch unit, and then 1 more round in. And only for, I do believe it's like 20 more kaku, you're guaranteed another unit, so you could go 2 rounds on it. It's really interesting. If you're a free new player and you have hardly any dispatch units, yeah, go for it. They're not bad dispatch units by any means, and they definitely do what they need to do. But I do believe that's all for now. See you.